Hello, I'm Mike Evans. For 40 years, I've been defending the state of Israel and Zionism. Zionism is an amazing tale of two people groups, Jewish and non-Jewish. Jewish Zionists have been the most effective people group in history, mobilizing, uniting, inspiring, activating, and supporting the birth and defense of the Jewish state against all odds. The second group of Zionists, Christian Zionists, is also extremely important. Prime Minister Netanyahu said, "I don't believe the Jewish state and modern Zionism would have been possible without Christian Zionism." It is why we have established the Friends of Zion Heritage Center. When finished, the $50 million campus, which is located in the heart of Jerusalem and includes the Friends of Zion Museum that was visited by over 100,000 people in its first year. People from all walks of life, including world leaders, ambassadors, the President of Israel, ministers, rabbis, leaders from the Jewish community worldwide, and the Israeli Defense Force have all passed through its doors and have been changed by its message. Currently, Friends of Zion from around the world have invested $32 million in this monumental undertaking. But we still have so much to do to accomplish this vision. The Friends of Zion Heritage Center's plan is to unite Christians and those who love Israel through our Research Institute, Communication Center, Social Media Hub, and Ambassador Institute that will be housed here. From this 5-story campus, we will connect those in Israel and the Friends of Zion around the world to our research and resources. Currently, we have over 14 million members and counting in our first year, thanks to our social network efforts. That's over 550,000 members each week. What really excites us is that over 2 million members are from the Muslim country of Indonesia. We will reach our goal of 100 million millennials over the next 5 years. Through this process, I have learned one very important thing. Perception is reality, not truth. 21st century wars are primarily economic, media, ideological, and proxy wars, fueled and fed through social media. Our target is millennials. In the U.S., they have overtaken the baby boomers and now number over 75.4 million. In the most recent U.S. presidential election, the vast majority of millennials voted for Hillary Clinton. That shows us that if we do not win millennials over to the cause of Israel now, within a generation, America will cease to be pro-Israel. Millennials purchase 54% of goods and services with smartphones. They account for 40% of the Arab world. Millennials reject paper and cable for their news. 40% of them get their news from social media. Our research has shown that the world's largest Christian cable network has under 100,000 households viewing it weekly, while Friends of Zion social network has 2.4 million weekly engagements. These millennials speak only one language, the language of the internet that navigates the cyber world. Today, the depth of the book must compete with the speed of the screen, a screen that hypnotizes but ultimately distorts. Millennials are rejecting Israel in favor of a social justice myth. University campuses have become war zones for pro-Israel voices. We are utilizing the social network like Facebook and others to win the battle for the minds and the hearts. We are teaching a biblical worldview to counter replacement theology. He who defines the terms controls the debate. As the largest pro-Israel organization on Facebook, we're using algorithm and analytics that we have developed to confront BDS, UNESCO, and anti-Israel sentiments on college campuses. Don't forget, Facebook began on a college campus. Israel's friends are 1,000 times greater than our enemies. It's time to focus on these friends and educate and activate these amazing Christian Zionists with the Ambassador Institute. We will train tens of thousands of Christian Zionist ambassadors through smartphones and adaptive learning to speak up and combat anti-Semitism for Israel in their own countries, on college campuses, and in political halls of power globally. We already possess the largest Facebook presence in Israel. The Friends of Zion Heritage Center will be linked to Christian TV and radio stations, print media, churches, and universities worldwide to provide them with ongoing content. We will also collaborate with one of the world's leading research companies so Israel can activate its friends and create Israel's first Christian Zionist think tank. I would like to take a moment to remember Shimon Peres, Israel's 9th president. May his memory be a blessing. He was the international chairman of the Friends of Zion Heritage Center. When I shared the vision with President Peres, he said, "I will help you because you want to make friends. It takes so much less energy to make friends than enemies and to sustain them." President Peres immediately understood the magnitude of this project. We traveled the world together to build bridges with world leaders such as Pope Francis, former President George W. Bush, and Prince Albert II of Monaco, and to build support for Friends of Zion worldwide. Today, in this moment, is your opportunity to grasp this vision, to reach out with help and hope in a war we must win. We can't do it without you. When you become a friend of Zion today, you join a mighty chorus of people from all walks of life who have said, "I will stand with Israel and God's people of promise." Do something great for God today and leave a lasting legacy by becoming a friend of Zion now. Thank you, and may God bless you.